Oh, yeah. Now, that is a damn fine parking job, if I do say so myself. From the high seas to the king of the road, or more correctly, I guess, king of the off-road, the Land Rover here is a name and a vehicle that is synonymous with all-terrain driving. These are such fantastic machines that they've even created a 4x4 Olympics of sorts for them. It's an adventure race. It's called the G4 Challenge, and we met up with the UK champion to show us how to put one of these babies through its paces. Sweet. Oh, baby, it doesn't get much better than this. Pushing the ultimate high-performance off-road vehicle to its limit. If this is your idea of a good time, then Brian Reynolds is one lucky guy. He represented the United Kingdom in the 2006 Land Rover G4 Challenge.
It was absolutely awesome. I was blown away, just literally blown away. In fact, I didn't even believe it until I got off the plane in Bangkok and saw the orange vehicles there laid out in front of us and my name on the bonnet.
Brian trained for a year, winning a spot on the UK team that competed against the world's best in Thailand, Laos, Bolivia, and Brazil.
The G4 Challenge was an awesome adventure race across the world, and we did everything from running, mountain biking, kayaking, driving these fantastic vehicles off-road, and all in competitive settings.
It was 4 weeks of grueling non-stop action. Each location had its own challenges. For Brian, the toughest was Bolivia, trying to suck in enough oxygen more than 4,200 meters above sea level.
And you knew you could go faster, you knew you could go harder, but your lungs and your body just wouldn't let you do it. And the vehicles were struggling as well. You know, they've got complex electronics on there that were helping them get through, but there's a difference in power from sea level up to 4,250 meters. So that was really tough.
The Land Rover was built specifically to overcome these types of obstacles. Onboard electronics control the vehicle's traction and articulation.
Certainly up around here, the tracks are set out to really test the Land Rover vehicles. And the G4 vehicles especially are seriously capable vehicles. And yeah, you're seeing some of the best things that they can do today.
The G4 is a souped-up version of the regular Land Rover, including better air intake for operating in water, greater protection underneath, and higher-end tires.
There seems to be nothing that can stop them. In fact, I don't think we actually got stuck at all. There were other people who did get stuck, yeah, they seem to go through absolutely anything.
In addition to rigorous physical training, Brian spent a lot of time learning how to handle the Land Rover. Most of that was done right here at Eastnor Castle. It's a stunning backdrop for one of the toughest off-road experiences around. Endless tracks of deep water, slippery mud, and steep slopes is where Brian beat out the other UK finalists to go on to the international competition.
Absolutely awesome. Fantastic to be back. Just the countryside is as good as I remember. The mud's as thick and as gloopy as I remember as well. And the rain we've had just recently has made it really good. And the vehicles, going from my normal everyday car back to one of these is just fantastic.
Water hazards make navigating these obstacles especially tricky. The driver has no idea what's sitting on the bottom.
Let's just stop here because I'm not quite sure how deep that is.
So momentum really is the key, making sure there's enough traction to get through to the other side. And then, well, there's the mud.
The mud is particularly wet and slippery around here. And in fact, the vehicle in front's having some interesting times now. Some serious wheel spinning going on. Love it. This is, yeah, it's very, very, very slippery. You sat up nice and high so you can actually see the track, you can see all the obstacles that you're going over. Just amazing ability to be able to do side slopes, climbs, descents. There's an amazing array of electronics in there that help you as well. Pretty much you can set the vehicle going, take your feet off, and it does the driving for you.
But this course is not just set up for the high-performance Land Rovers, oh no. Designers and test drivers use it to see how all Land Rover models deal with extreme driving conditions.
When you're designing a vehicle, when you're developing a vehicle, you've got to bear that in mind. You've got to look at what components could be compromised as a result of having either the mud going in them in the first place or this clay mud building up and stopping their function, and you then engineer accordingly.
Brian Reynolds can testify to this vehicle's amazing off-road handling capabilities. More importantly, the G4 Challenge also gave him an opportunity to test his own mettle, including an adrenaline-pumping 20-kilometer downhill mountain biking race.
How good was that?
Ziplining across a canyon, and literally jumping off a bridge. The experience has also helped him focus on the bigger picture.
Strangely enough, I'm hoping to get the Land Rover back on the road, get out green laning in England. But, you know, I've got a baby, and now she's 16 months old. I've got another baby on the way. We've got a house to renovate. There's so many challenges. You've just got to focus on what you're doing, actually just go for it 100% whatever you're doing.
Brian was rewarded for his efforts in the G4 Challenge by winning the Team Spirit Award. He said he'd love to take another run at the title, but until then, he's more than happy to keep plowing through that gooey UK mud.